The pain that I feel upon hearing about Martin, the pain that I'm sure his family feels, is universal. And I think that's why we're all here. It's not just a black and white issue, it's a human issue. It shouldn't be subject to the apathetic nature of a campus that says I have class and so I can't come, or I'm too busy, or I have work. It is literally a life and death situation. For some of us, we don't have the ability to say I'm busy, because when you're face down on the concrete, a gun to the back of your head, there is no choice.
It might seem distant if you're not a part of that struggle. It's very real, and it's on this campus. We've seen this crop up with the Youth for Western Civilization, the YWC, in the past few weeks. They've recently disbanded, but the individuals have not gone away. The sentiment has not gone away, and the system that has allowed them to come onto this university in the first place, the conditions that allowed them to exist, are still very much here. But the fact is, we have not created a campus climate where we can ignore these messages of hate.
So what do we do just here on campus? What can you do to make a difference? You can always take action. Well, what does that mean? You keep hearing people over and over saying, take action. You need to talk to people. And we are blessed here to be in a university setting. This is an educational setting. You don't just stay in your own bubble. What difference does it make after 4 years and you're coming to a university and you're going out, the same person hanging out with the same group that you've been hanging out the same 4 years that you've been here? Does not make any difference. It does not make you a well-rounded person that graduated from an institutional setting. So you take action, you talk to people.
Right, like we've seen the larger campaigns. We've seen the larger campaigns to say, am I next? All the hoodie campaigns, all the non-Muslim women wearing hijabs. And yet, this might be another thing that we've seen in our Twitter feed or our Facebook that came up with a whole bunch of shares and we like them. I'm asking today that it be more than just a like on your Facebook page. Asking today that it be more than just something you shared because your homeboy who's a little bit conscious decided to do so. Right? To give you a little bit more substance to how life works, a little bit more value to what life is. Because if justice is not had by all of us, then it's not had by any of us. This includes the white students who sit among us with heavy hearts as well. We must have more than just heavy hearts today. We must have action. We must have more than just a heavy tongue and some pretty language. We must have action.
I learned this a couple years back, that in the washing machine, the thing that gets all of our clothes clean, right? That thing in the middle of the machine, it's called an agitator. Agitator. I learned that, I wowed out. That it's the agitator that makes the difference in getting stuff straightened out and cleaned up. So I would just say to you students, how many of you are willing to be an agitator? How many of you are willing to get together, organize, and agitate, get in the way to get stuff? That's an Occupy move. Do the finger twitter. I see you doing it. All right. But how many of us are willing to agitate to make stuff better?